Good morning. This train case, this old, really sturdy, lovely piece of luggage, is the art kit that I take with me to shows when I'm going to be doing kind of live journaling, when I'm going to be working in my sketchbook. And I packed it in a little bit of a hurry, so it's not as organized as it was when I set out for the show. But I thought I'd unpack it so you could see some of the things that go in it. So, like I said, things aren't always where they belong. Random assortment of stickers. These are the Zebra clickable pens. I really like them. They are not permanent ink, but I love the colors and I love the ease and flexibility of them, especially for travel. This is an ephemera kit. I made some of these up to sell. I'll have them on my Etsy shop at some point, I guess. Magic beans that I was given as a gift. A few little mini collages that I worked on. I was gifting little postcards as Valentines to friends. This Xerox bag of scraps of paper. The blanks for the postcards, watercolor and mixed media. We'll come back to that in a sec. Okay. This stand-up bag has some of my Pitt pens, and this new set of colors of, they're the Zebra again, but they're shaped like a chisel tip, like a highlighter, but I love the colors. I have a few pages of ephemera with text. Always fun to put a little accent on a collage. I have, come back to that, another little pouch of paper, images, scraps of paper, glue that was gifted to me by a dear friend, Kat, in case I run out of glue stick, because that is a problem that no collage artist should ever have. That is a tragedy. This is my go-to watercolor kit and needs to be washed. Collapsible paintbrush, masking tape for, masking. This is my set of Beam paints, many of them that are shimmery and metallic. Love Beam. Things that live in the case permanently. A box of Crayola crayons because they smell good and they work really well with watercolors, being waxy and resisting. A small pack of Caran d'Ache Neocolor. You sensing a theme? I do like water-based medias. Okay, I splurged and bought a larger set for the studio so the small set can travel. These Art Pop watercolor pencils, I was testing out to see if I wanted to use them for a class that I was going to be teaching. I like them fine. They weren't great. I think I have other brands that I like better, but there's nothing wrong with these, and they're nice and compact. I have some commercial stickers. Again, fun, random accents on little postcard collages. And this was the most random find. I think this was like Magnolia, the HGTV people, but it's a great compact set of uppercase, lowercase, and numbers with a rubber stamp in a box. And I was captivated by the cuteness, and it fits in there and lives in there really wonderfully. So like I said, some things are going to stay in there. Now, in the top of the tray, we saw the magic beans. This is a poem from Mother Crane that's going to go in my sketchbook when I commemorate the event. I have a bag of fairy treasure, as one does, that lives in here. Scissors, glue stick, sure, they live in here, right. I pulled, see, right, all these random things. I pulled a bunch of small ATC size stencils from Stencil Girl because that's a nice accent and also they travel really well. I pulled an assortment of the Faber-Castell gelatos. Really yummy colors, jewel tones. Again, water soluble, lovely to cover a large area, to add an accent. Watercolor brush. A small selection of Ranger Distress archival inks so that I could use them with the daubers and stencil. Daubers can stay in the box now. Okay. Pipette for watercolors can stay in here. Pinned by Posey. She's a celebrifairy. If you know, you know. The washi tape can stay in here. Pencil, little pair of scissors can stay in here. Acorn from the Green Men, that can stay in here. Treasure. Oh, I do have a kneaded eraser in case I wanted to do that technique where you take an impression of things and print in your book, and I didn't this time. This one's still wrapped up. So that's a darn shame because that's a really fun technique to kind of encapsulate something exactly of that moment, of that event. So that's how it's going to be packed, waiting for next time. Usually my square Arteza sketchbook fits in here too. But like I said, things were a little chaotic when I was packing up. So it got packed away in another box. But I took all that with me and I made many postcards and gave them away. Didn't photograph any of them, but I will work on a spread to commemorate the weekend in the near future. Thanks for tuning in. I mean, as always, like and subscribe, you know, all the YouTube things. I would love to have you here on the channel for more art journaling shenanigans.